Yes, yes, boys, welcome, welcome. This is the Facts podcast. Arsenal only, Arsenal facts only. Simple. All we talk
Facts or
about
facts?
Arsenal 24. Yeah, me. It's. I think. Listen, I live in London. We all live in London.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us visit, come by, whoever.
Mm-hmm.
You see Arsenal fans in London. Yes, you see United
Mm-hmm.
and the stuff, but a lot of people in London, this for us. It's a fact.
Yep.
So
That
we'll
is just
see.
facts.
We'll see. Listen, and to speak on Arsenal, I got one person couldn't make it, but yeah, me. He will be here. But I got the two returning Arsenal boys. How you lot feeling?
Yes, sir.
And I want to introduce everyone and ask everyone a question because I like that. So Nuru, talk to us.
Yes.
How you feeling?
I'm good, man. You know what I mean? Then I pro the building. Arsenal fan through and throughout. Bleeding red
Yeah.
and white. There ain't no facts about it. Everybody knows. I die for my team on Twitter. Out here on Twitter just tweeting and hating on United fans. They do my head in, that's why.
Yeah,
But
I hear that.
yeah, man, I'm good. I'm good. I'm chilling, bro. You know what I mean? Good to see you, hear from you guys, man.
Nah, definitely, definitely. I'm like, talk to me. How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Looking forward to the end of this international break, man. No more international football until March.
Bro,
I've
Mhm.
been
I haven't
struggling,
listen,
bro.
I haven't watched a
I've
single game
been
and I'm proud.
struggling, bro. Bro, I look
Yeah,
at the England lineup. I see Saka's on the bench, and Rice on the bench. I'm not watching this, fam.
no point
I'm
in
not
watching.
watching any of it. But I will watch proper game of football in
Yeah,
weeks, bro. I'm just sick.
I hear
Yeah.
that.
But yeah,
I hear that.
all good, man.
All right. So my question for you lot, so far, what has been the best goal this from the boys to you? I have one in mind, but I'll let you lot take the floor.
Right, this season.
Yeah, this season so far, what do you think has been the best goal? And
Wow.
it's the test of, it's the test of knowledge as well. Like I don't want to hear the same goals.
I
Yeah,
don't. I'm like, you want to go first? I know mine off the bat.
I
no, no.
I Okay, I'm thinking this is okay. This is not the best goal we scored, but this is
No,
the goal I
listen, no, no,
celebrated
no,
the
listen.
most. Oh, we're talking
What
about just
is
best
the
goal.
listen? What is the best
This is
goal?
just
That's it. Best goal this
ah
season. Because I think, yeah, we've scored good goals, but the best goals
yeah.
is select few, and I only for me, yeah. I listen. I don't even want to. I'll let you
Okay,
lot speak.
I'm gonna go. It's for me. Um, I'm thinking it's either Zinchenko's volley in the last
Mm,
game
Mm,
or Eddie's
mm,
shot
mm-hmm,
from the to complete his hat trick.
mm-hmm.
But I
mm.
think I'm gonna go Eddie just because like it was the hat trick goal as well. Shot from like he doesn't score from outside the box. He's been known as
That's
a,
it.
like a
Mm-hmm.
He
box in
doesn't
the
score.
box type
I
player.
hear that. I
But
hear
for
that.
him to just turn around and bang that was
Yeah,
unexpected.
hella
So I'm
confident.
gonna go Eddie.
No, he was confident that day, man. I can't lie.
He
That
was
was
bro.
That
He
that
spanked
happened
twice. He
that
looked
day.
at the goal. Was like, yeah, I'm scoring this shit. He's
yeah.
like, as
Yeah.
soon as he touched the ball, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna score.
All right. So for me, I would say
Mm,
our best goal has been Jesus's Champions League assist to Martinelli, I think, when it was from
Mm.
the corner and then he held it
Yeah.
down, got two man, thread that ball through.
Yep. Gabriel Magalhaes cleared it
Yeah,
out. Gabriel Jesus
yeah,
touched it down, turned,
bro.
fed it to Gabriel
That
Martinelli. Now that was Clark.
for
That was
me,
Clark. That was
mm-hmm.
Clark.
I
I
think
love
that
it.
has been that has.
Come on, man.
There's one cheeky one that I don't know. I was gonna say the Jesus Man City one, innit? But no, Man United. Sorry, it's
Mm-hmm.
just I don't
You
know,
know,
but I don't know. I would say, but for me, I'll go the Champions League one personally. Yeah, but
no, so those
I've
are good choices.
yeah.
Those are good choices. And for me, there's two in mind, but I'll eventually go with one. But it is what it um is the Eddie goal because
Mm,
that was just an amazing goal, amazing finish outside the
yeah,
box, top left
I
corner.
did
My
not
friend, you
expect that
cannot
from.
beat that.
I did
To
not
finish a
expect that
hat trick
from.
from a player, you didn't. No one expected that. you know, and the way he was just angry. He was like, this, I must get my hat
He
trick by
was
force. You know,
Yeah.
that one was crazy. But even though that was good, it was amazing. But I think that Jesus' goal against United was just ridiculous because
I was gonna
they have to
say
put
that was an
everything
honorable
into
mention as well.
consideration.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, it's just like the feeling that goal gave, you know, because yes, there's technique and everything, but my friend, he sent Dalot flying. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Dalot's still
for me,
sliding,
because
bro.
I'm like a striker as well. I like
That was
scoring
still
goals, and I
sliding.
think to have that level of composure at that moment to against that team in front of your home fans and just score like that, especially
Yeah.
for Jesus who just came
What
back
was it?
from
100,
kind of came back.
111? What was it? It's quite late. It's like the
Yeah,
last kick of the game, pretty
it
Yeah,
much.
was quite.
yes. I think that
Yeah,
was
Yeah,
literally the last kick of the game. I
the
can't lie.
last kick of the
I don't.
game, bro.
yeah.
I
No,
don't.
It was literally the
as
last
soon
kick
as
of
you
the
said the
game.
Martinelli game, as soon as you said the Martinelli goal, my head went to the Jesus goal as well because it's quite similar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was amazing. You know, I remember that goal was so important as well for an Arsenal fan to beat United 3-1. You know, after Declan Rice did that, and then for Jesus to just come and finish it off with that. For me, that was the best goal this season. And I think the way I reacted to that goal is like we just scored a big winning goal, you know, but it wasn't. It was just an added on cherry on the top, but it was so good.
fair enough. Fair enough.
You know, yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, and the thing is, I wanted to ask that question because we start off light, but we all get
Hmm.
to some more serious. Because listen, I feel like so now let's. How can I say this? Damn, I don't want to go bad, but let's keep it good as well. Jesus is back. You know, they lied to us. I don't know. The reports was crazy, but
But
Right.
he's back.
but Arteta got caught out.
Yeah,
Arteta got caught out. He did not want Jesus to be playing for Brazil. Brazil were like, nah, we're gonna check him ourselves. Next thing you
bro.
know, he's gonna be starting against Argentina.
Haaland's
Hmm.
allegedly
Hmm.
injured, isn't it? You know what I
Bro,
mean?
Haaland
Allegedly.
always gets injured. Haaland
Allegedly.
only ever plays one international game and is always out for the second one.
Yeah, apparently he's injured.
He's
Watch.
always out for the second. But it's like it's
If
fair enough, bro. City play Liverpool Saturday 12:30. Why am I
so,
busting my gut?
nah,
Like,
man.
nah.
Listen, go,
Sometimes it's priority.
go
Hey,
fight for your
true,
country.
true.
Go
Let me
fight for
calm
your
down. Let me
country.
calm
Sometimes it's priority.
Nah,
down. Hmm.
nah, that's fair. But nah, do you know what? Yeah,
But nah,
cool.
it's good. It's good to get Jesus off our injury bench, though. I just hope that he survives that game against Argentina. But
Bro,
I,
you
I,
know
I,
Brazil and
I don't think
Argentina,
he'll
those people
start.
go to
So I
war.
think he'll probably come on. I don't think he'll start. I don't think he'll start.
yeah.
Apparently he's
But
starting.
that's the thing, bro.
Apparently.
South American football is rough, bro.
It's rough out
South
there, blood.
American football is rough.
Those people die for
Nah,
football, my friend. That's it. When those people when they play
bro.
for Brazil and Argentina, it's like they're playing for their moms and dads. You know,
Nah,
they're not playing for us fans there or themselves. They're playing for a whole bro. It's crazy. So it's always gonna be a back and throw of just like strength and intensity, and just like it's crazy. But yeah,
Listen,
I really just hope he doesn't get
listen,
injured, bro.
I can't lie. I would rather Martinelli not get injured than Jesus, because Jesus is always injured. I
nah,
can't lie.
true,
Oh, that's
true.
true.
No, that's because if Martinelli gets injured, like we can have Trossard get in there, yeah. But the thing is, bro, when
Nine.
was the
Keep
last time
Trossard
we
in that
started our
nine. Come
front
on.
three? When was
Nah,
the last
bro,
time we
listen,
started our
listen.
front three, bro?
I,
I need Saka, Jesus, Martinelli, bro. I
I hear that.
need it.
Man,
I
Yeah,
need
but
it.
then I can't lie. All right, let's get into it. I don't think that team is working because they're the midfield. So
It's because of the midfield, yes.
so if we're gonna do that, personally, we might as well keep Jesus coming back gradually because we got Champions League, 2 more games left. I want us to top the group. Do you get what I'm saying?
Of
And
course.
keep Trossard in that 9. Don't mess that up because it's starting to click. Like you hear me? Like Saka's playing a lot better. Even Saka in his last 2 games, his not even I would say output, but it's more the little things that we notice about him. How he's a little bit sturdier on the ball now. Like Trossard's
Yeah.
helping him link up the play more. The passes are more ineffective. He's let's be real. He's in the spaces that Eddie would be occupying, but Trossard can drift away. He can go out wide. He can.
Yeah, I think
And he's both footed.
that's the problem we have when we play Eddie, because Eddie is the striker that just stays on the last centre back. He's not drifting into the midfield. He does it sometimes, but that's not what his football is. So he's occupying that number 9 space. So that gives Saka and Martinelli less, it gives them less freedom to move in and out of that space. But with Trossard, if he comes deep, he can interchange with Martinelli, with Saka. Sometimes he's wide, sometimes one of them is playing through the midfield. So that gives them a little bit more freedom to just do what they need to do.
I think Eddie would work in a winger situation is Reece Nelson and Trossard. I think maybe that might be a different. I think that might be a little bit. I think we might have to try that attack 3 in the FA Cup. If I'm being honest, I don't know about a Premier League game, but I think for now you're right. We do need Jesus back, but for now, I think if Jesus is not coming back, keep Trossard in at 9. Personally, for now until Eddie gets better in his form.
Keep Trossard in, definitely.
Okay.
But honestly, for me, as much as I love Eddie, you can see that's my background. As much as I love Eddie, I'm thinking his time at Arsenal is coming to an end, bro.
Listen, don't be shocked if he's going Brentford, you know. Listen,
no, honestly, that's what I'm saying. If the rumors are true, bro, we're getting a striker in. We might be getting Tony in January.
I sort of Mihajlovic as well.
But if that's the case, both of them will start over Eddie. So now you have Jesus, you have Tony, possibly. You see Trossard. All of them are starting over Eddie. You can't be the 4th choice striker. So I'm thinking his time at Arsenal is coming.
It's tough, because it's so, I don't know, it's so bittersweet because I love Eddie Nketiah, bro.
Yeah.
Knowing since the end days and just what he can do, but the output that we need, my guy, is just it's just, bro, and sometimes I see Eddie play and it's just bro, he's not getting it. So when Trossard was playing in the 9 that day, oh my God, you see him coming to the midfield, boy, he's like an extra midfielder, just taking and running rampant. That's what Jesus does. He just runs rampant around the field in that it's like a false 9 kind of position. You know what I mean? And the way Arsenal play, that's what it really is. But Eddie we can't really, I don't think we put enough balls in the box or enough final third passes into the box to Eddie. You know what I mean? For him to, because him coming out to the 18-yard box, asking for the ball in a tight area to be hold up. But also, we have to remember that Premier League defenders study these guys. You know what I mean? So they know that, look, if we kind of close him down from getting the ball, he's going to be out of the game, right? And Eddie is someone, he needs fire. He needs fire. It's not just once in a game. He needs fire to kind of fire up.
Personally, I only like him away from home. I don't know. I only like him away from home. If you're gonna give me the play of his attributes, I only really want to see him away from home. At home, I've always ever known us to be on the ball, attacking nicely, defensively solid. So
fluidity.
Remember, I think 5 years ago, we always complained that we were good at home, terrible away. Now, for some weird reason, we're good at away, shaky and okay at home.
It's shaky at home, isn't it?
Well, it's the same thing. We used to complain that we're good at attack. Our defense is what needs work. But now we've considered the least amount of XGs, and we've created we haven't created chances this season, especially. So it seems like Arsenal just overcorrect whatever they're trying to do. Always overcorrect.
They need to get this midfield balance. But let's quickly on the attack, before you go into the midfield. So far, obviously, I think none of our attackers have been in form, proper form. Yes, we've had good in moments, but I'm talking in a consistent a goal every other game situation kind of. We've not really had that. So how are you looking would you say? Because now, like you said, no more international football until what, next year? You know, we got bare games, couple Champions League, FA Cup starting soon. Out of the League Cup, which is bittersweet, but what can you do in it? But who would you say is like, you know, like not hang your hat on more so, but it's just like, you know, bro, I need you to step up and like more so, because I'm looking at I'm gonna say this, I'm looking at Martin Odegaard right now. Yes, I know he's a midfielder, but I class him as an attacker.
He's key. He's key to our attack.
He's part of the attacking force, definitely.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think for me with him, yeah, you've apparently been concussed with a football in your head. You've had a couple weeks off. You get me, like we've kind of weathered the storm without you for the past 2 matches? I think 3. I think it was 2.
Three games.
Was it 3?
You didn't play Champions League
games.
Exactly. Cool. Yeah. For the past 3 games, you've been gone. Our games coming up, it's for me, they're all winnable. Like, yeah, there's 1 or 2 that, you know, they'll make it hard.
On paper, our Premier League games are all winnable until, let's say, we face Liverpool 23rd of December. Because before that, we've got Brentford this weekend, we've got Wolves, we've got Luton, we've got Villa, and we've got Brighton.
Aston Villa will be tough. I can guarantee.
Those last 3 games
That's
will be tough,
the tough
but
one.
I think we should still win those games. We should beat Villa. Yeah. It's Villa away though, so that's a tough game.
Yeah, that'll be tough.
But Brighton at home, we should win. Then we go to the
I would have said, I don't know about Brighton.
Brighton this season.
Brighton this season, they're a bit shaky.
Yeah, but Brighton this season,
it's a bit shaky with them.
Have also Brighton this season, and I saw them against Ajax. Dangerous when they got them goals.
They are. But Ajax as well this season haven't been the same Ajax. So it's really hard. It's hard to like compare those. But from what I've seen from Brighton in the Prem, definitely they're not the same Brighton as last season.
They're not the same Brighton. They're not. They lost Casado, bro. They're conceding so many goals. Yeah. They're losing to teams that you would expect them to be.
Yeah, listen to their last game. Brighton. They drew 1-1 at home to Sheffield, 1-1 away to Everton, 1-1 at home to Fulham, lost to City, drew to Liverpool, lost 6-1 to Villa. Their last win was in September where they beat Bournemouth 3-1. Brighton are a beatable team.
I heard that.
Brighton are beatable. At home, especially, we should be beaten.
Well, yeah, that's at home. We definitely should be beating it out. This is crazy because my first Arsenal game was against Brighton. First game I went to watch, and we lost it. I was so pissed. It was the League Cup game that I'll never forget. And Brighton ran us around. Broski, oh my God. Yeah, that was my first ever game. It was such a bittersweet moment. And like it's crazy that's gonna happen around the same time as well. But as PTSD, man, we need to beat Brighton, bro. It's like but I feel like that we can win all those games. I think we can. It's the Premier League, though. You never know.
Villa's a tough game. Liverpool's a tough game. But the rest of that, Luton, Wolves,
the rest of that,
we should be beaten.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's going to be a draw in there somewhere, but we need to go out full force with these games. Like these games, I think will definitely decide the second half of our title charge, bro. It ain't even no cap. Like we have to take these games so seriously, and as Becca was saying, Odegaard needs to come and just be on another level. Like him coming back into the squad, he needs to come back and because it's the connection with Bukayo Saka up front right now. He's very isolated. He's very much he's not having those runs, those 1-2 passes with Odegaard where he passes to Odegaard, makes a run in between.
It's not just Odegaard. The fact Odegaard is having not even poor season. He's not having the same season he did last year. But again, you also have Ben White, who's not overlapping as much as he did last year. The Saka right now is very isolated. And
Timber, Urian.
So when you don't have players making overlaps and players playing next to him, he's getting double teamed, so it's easy for him to
He's
get
getting
marked
double
out of
teamed,
the
and he
game.
has to pass that back. You know what
Yo,
I mean? So it's
listen,
like,
you see, Timber. To kind of allude to what you're talking about, Ben White. For me, I think Timber for me was the signing that I really was happy that we did. And for me, and I don't know if you lot have heard me say, but I always thought we needed another right back. So that's why I've just always felt like. But when I've watched Timber, I'm like, you can really play right back, left back, and centre back. If you know, like if you watch him, he's really good on both feet. He's comfortable. He's not afraid to try and drop a shoulder and you know, take on his man. So when I looked at that situation, I said, Ben, if you don't, because he played right back in our Community Shield game against City. That's where he played. So I watched him in that game and I thought, bro, you're literally doing what Ben wouldn't do in an attacking sense. Because defensively, I think Ben White is good, in it. Like, he's solid. I would never trade him. Like, I'm happy with him there, in it. But it's just more in an attacking sense where certain moments he don't think like an attacking minded player, in it. Timber does sometimes. So that's where I feel like if we had him, I think Saka would benefit a lot more. I think you will see Saka. That's what I'm saying. Saka works on 1-2s. He's those kind of guys. 1-2, he'll do that shimmy little run. You know, when he just shifts in and then some weird reason he's onside and then he taps it in. Lovely. You get me? Ben don't help him with that. So I think he's someone he needs to step up, like, especially. And me, I like Ben White a lot. Like, the way he's just focused on playing football, solid. But I think he needs to help Saka more. So definitely. But yeah, that's what I was saying. Hey, so wait.
Yeah.
All right. So now we've talked about the defense a little bit. But I don't think defensively we have an issue. I mean, sorry, offensively. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, offensively.
No,
because I was going to say,
I think we will click. I think,
yeah.
Again, it's 12 games into the season. It's kind of hard to judge at this point.
Yeah.
And if I'm not wrong, even though we haven't been playing the fluid like football that we did last season, we're better off points-wise than at this point last season, 12 games in last season, if I'm not mistaken. So, on the whole, I don't think... Because I've seen a lot of Arsenal fans be always been so poor this season. I don't think we have been poor. I think the excitement
I think we've been average.
I don't even think we've been average. I think we've been better than average. I think the excitement of last season, where we didn't have Liverpool doing well, we didn't have Tottenham doing well. So it was literally, even City had a slow start. So literally just us flying at the top of the league. So there was a whole lot less pressure as well. Everyone's looking like, okay, good, we're here for now. But really, at the start of last season, everyone would have been okay with top 4. I'm not going to lie. So at that point last season, the sun was shining. We're playing well. There's not a lot of pressure on it. But this season, you come into it thinking, okay, last year probably should have won the league, did it. This year, coming into it, we're looked at as title challengers. Like last year, coming into the league, we weren't. So now teams are playing against us differently. Teams are playing that low block consistently. So it's a whole different challenge. That's why when we play in the Champions League, that's why we our first few games we struggle. But then we played PSV in the Champions League, and the game was fluid because they came out to play against us. They came out to attack.
Football,
we beat them 4-0. They tried to play football. We beat them 4-0. Our football was fluid that game. You could say the same thing with Sevilla. Our Champions League game, apart from Lens maybe, but our Champions League game, you've seen that old Arsenal of last season where they're playing fluid football because those teams are actually coming out to attack us. But a lot of the games in the Premier League, we're playing against teams that play a low block. So it's a little bit harder to have that same fluid sort of football. So in a sense, it doesn't look good. And also you have players who aren't doing as well as they did last season, like Odegaard, even Martinelli.
Yeah.
And last season, at this point last season, almost every single player had scored a goal. Saliba was scoring 18-yard screamers for no reason. Last season was just vibes. This season is not the same. But I think I think it will click, especially with our attackers, especially with chance creation. I think at some point,
Mhm.
Odegaard comes back from injury. If he's fully fit, it will click. Jesus comes back if he's fully fit for most of the season. Also, I'm thinking that midfield that we're talking about. If Partey comes back, or we sign a midfield six
Partey's not coming
in
back,
this
man.
Christmas, whichever it is, we get a replacement. We now have someone in midfield six. We have Declan Rice in the 8, and we have Odegaard. I think that's a much better team than what we have right now with Jorginho in the 6, or even Declan Rice in the 6 and Havertz in the 8. So I think there's still pieces of our team that needs to click for us to get to the point where our football is the same as it was last season.
Yeah.
All right. So now we can't speak on this too much because I feel like we'll be here for like 20 hours personally. Bonduru, talk to us about midfield, man, because that is for me. For me, I think it's unrecognizable right now, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean as in, I just see one guy there right now. Like the others ain't really. They ain't really holding they're not holding it down. It's only Rice right now. I'm sorry, but
Yeah, nah. Speaking of that midfield, the crazy thing is, like, midfield is my favorite part of the game in football. Even though like I transitioned more into attacker when playing, but when it comes to Arsenal, right now midfield, I think the only weakness we have right now, right, the only sort of liability is Jorginho defensively. I think that is our only weakness right now in the midfield, and it is defensively. Because Jorginho, first of all, he's not quick, right? And he's
you can
one
say that.
person, he can't, like, if Partey lost the ball as a 6, yeah, I know he's gonna run back and get it. Like, he has that physical attribute, that defensive mind to go and get it. Jorginho's not really a 6. He's more of a progressive 6. He's more like a deep lying playmaker. That's what Jorginho is. And we have people like Partey and Rice who can play as anchormen, right? Which is really what is really important for us. But I think that's one issue that we have is Jorginho being there, which is why I think we're dying to have Partey back. Also, Odegaard not being in the 10 for these past few games has been, even though we have grinded out like results. But I remember in the last game, Havertz played as a 10. If you don't think he played in Odegaard's position, and it was a bit weird because
Allegedly,
that's what it was. It's like, I mean, now I'm starting to see Havertz come out of his shell a little bit more. Physically, what I really wanted from him. It's more of he's being more individualistic with his mind in terms of, okay, I'm gonna track back, I'm gonna run, I'm gonna be physical. When I'm trying to get the ball, I'm not gonna try and get it in a nonchalant way. I'm not gonna put a foot and then he leaves it and let the guy go. We can see that against that Newcastle game. He was insane. You know what I mean? And I think that we definitely it's a very tricky one for me, because the way I see it, I feel like it can work either way. It just depends who we play and how we play. Everything is tactical in this game, right? And the teams we play, they play a certain different way. There's certain ways they play, a certain way they pass the ball, certain way they block. And I think Jorginho is my only worry, man. It's like, don't get me wrong, I love Jorginho, right? But against certain teams,
have you got your phone next to your laptop?
I'm on my laptop. Why is it breaking up?
No, there's like a bit of background noise that I can hear. I don't know if it's me. Oh, it might be you. Try and mute yourself.
Can you still hear it?
Nah, it's from Abla. It's there's like you might have something like your phone's next to your laptop or something that's just causing
My
like
phone
a
is
little
next to
stack. Yeah.
And you know what? Yeah, because I can hear like a bit of like.
I think it was me. Is that better?
Yeah, no, that's fine. No, sorry, man. Continue. You was cooking. Continue.
No, if it's you know what? 1 second, this yeah, okay. Just let me know if it's bad and I can change to my phone.
Nah, you're good. You're good. You're good. Go on.
All right. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Yeah, I mean, for the midfield, it's so frustrating, to see. Like I'm very analytical and detailed when it comes to Arsenal, like when they play and how they play, and it's like when I see that team sheet, I see. Okay, I remember when we saw. You remember when we saw Jorginho, Vieira, Havertz starting. That was for me. That was
I
crazy.
knew we were gonna
I don't
lose.
know why he was. I knew we were gonna lose too. Like
Easy.
when I saw that, I was like, oh my god. Like, but
Do you know?
at the
But then I
same
lied
time,
to
it's like,
myself. I said, you know what?
hmm,
Fabio Vieira's gonna step up. He
you know
didn't.
what I mean? He didn't,
Man.
and just because of the team we're playing, my friend. When you have someone like Fabio Vieira's size, it's very easy to counter him. It's very easy to block him and just be bigger than him and just make it hard for him. But when we go into these games, in my back of my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I Arteta has something. He must have told him to play a certain way or do this or that. Because I believe Arteta does do that. When he puts them in these positions, he wants them to play in a certain way in that
Yeah.
position. Everything is so structured. Everything is so. But then at the same time, I feel like we're also losing a bit of our fluidity in the midfield. And I don't know. It's just I don't know, man. I just want Odegaard back. I want to see her back. I want to see Partey and Odegaard back, and I'll be happy. That's it. I have Partey in my 6. I have Declan Rice
I've
in my
kind of
8. I
given
have
up on party, man.
Odegaard in my 10.
So
It's
I've
just
kind
like
of set my
I know
sights
I.
on. Okay, so I'm gonna send this question to you.
Mhm.
In January, we've been linked with a couple of people. Like, who give me midfielders that you think should come in, could come in, hopefully. Give me like two that
I've seen the Douglas Luiz shout, and I think that's good because we wanted him. We were linked with him before he went Villa,
Mhm.
so that
But I
would
think
that would
I
be
remember we were linked with him when he was at Villa either
We
last
were
season or
linked with
season
him last
before.
season.
last season. Yeah,
We
before
were
he
linked
signed
to
his
him last
extension
season.
as well. Before he
Yeah,
signed his
Oh, was
yeah.
it
extension
last
as well.
season? Okay. I thought it was season
Yeah,
before. Okay.
It was that season. It was that season, and Villa didn't want to let him go. They were like, "Hell no." Unai
yeah.
Emery knows what he's doing, bro. He knows about to come and compete with the top.
Lewis is a hell of a player because he's a 6, but he like especially this season he's been getting involved with the goals. Because
Yeah.
I
He's
don't
so
watch a
good.
lot. I don't watch a lot of Villa, but I'm looking at my FPL and people have got him around me. I'm like, what the hell is going on over there? But because the football I know from him is playing that midfield 6 role. So like I said, like if someone like him comes in, him in the 6, Rice in the 8, Odegaard at the 10, or even Rice at the 6, Douglas Luiz at the 8, because I think he can do that job as well. I think either or
Hmm.
is a good midfield 3.
Yeah, man. I think he's a machine. I think Douglas Luiz is a machine, and that's what we need. You know, I think we're slowly losing Thomas Partey machinery. I feel like that guy is just living life right now. He's enjoying
Mhm.
life. He knows that he's set. It's not really, and the
I hear that.
injuries. I was looking at the stat. This is crazy to me, by the way. He was at Inter and really barely got injured. But for the 3 years in Arsenal, he's had 9 injuries.
Yeah.
9.
But that
Like,
happens to
what
a
is
lot of
going
Arsenal
on?
players. That happens to a lot of Arsenal players.
Is
I
it? Do
said it
you
was
think it's the like intensity, or is it like the
I
difference?
don't
I
know
don't know
because
what's going. It's like
Tomiyasu as
age to
well.
some.
I think it was Tomiyasu as well who had like almost never been injured before. Comes to Arsenal, injured, long term injuries as well. But it
Hmm.
happens with
It
Arsenal
was
quite a
crazy to
bit.
me.
Yeah.
Mm. But the thing is, do you know what? Yeah, I think that it's not just at Arsenal. I'm not gonna lie, because I feel like most foreign players that come, and yes, these are foreign because let's be real, the English way of playing is very intense, isn't it? So
Yeah, true.
Hmm.
you either react positively or negatively. Some players, yes, they come
Yeah.
in, they might hold 1 or 2 injuries, but their body gets used to it, and then it's easier for them
Yeah.
to then get better. Some, fortunately, it doesn't. It affects them in a negative way. They just can't keep.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And listen, it even happens to English players. You just get to that stage where your body either is fine with the amount of tackles you get hit and challenges and the rate that you're playing the football at, good or bad. So I think for that, for me, yeah, I think I don't know. I feel like for me, with this midfield, I think it's worse, man. And
No, it's
for me,
worse. I think
and
we definitely the underrated Granit Xhaka while we had him. I think
listen,
last season's Granit Xhaka,
but
even
even
him
that, yeah.
right now at Leverkusen,
But listen,
is
even
unreal,
with
bro. I
that,
wish we
yeah,
had that player right now.
even with that, listen, I will still say this, and listen, yes, it's controversial because look at us. I still wanted him to go. I still think we had to get rid of all of the old guard that was there. Everyone that was just like, like for me, that's why I win this in. I liked some of these guys, but Chambers, like the only guy that I will actually have an exception is Mo El Nene, and that guy I don't know what it is.
He's an honorary
Morley
member.
he doesn't even have to play. Like he can just
Like
sit on the bench. I'm
yeah,
happy with
like
him.
as long as he's on the plane, he's training with the boys. I think we're all happy.
Yeah, man.
We're
The
happy.
Yeah,
fact that
man.
he's got a Premier League
Making
assist
dua for
this
them. Like.
season.
Do you get what I'm saying? He's the only and the thing, and that's me as an Arsenal fan. You know what I mean? This is not me thinking with my footballer
Football, yeah, I get
brain.
you.
This is just me as an Arsenal fan. The rest of them, you know me. Listen, Chambers and I even said his name twice, but even him, even listen, certain man who's currently even in the squad. It's time to go, bro, buddy. You know what I mean? It's time to go. We need to. You're holding up space, but enough about that. But I think in that midfield, yeah, Partey. I don't know. In the summer I said first sell him, then I changed my mind and said keep him. Now it's looking like I should have trusted my gut and continue pushing that sell him. Then maybe he would
I
have went.
think for the money that he was like the money that the Saudi team wanted for him, like it would have been mad not to sell.
But
Especially
now I
after
ask
we
you this
got
question:
yeah.
how much are we gonna get now? Do you know what I'm saying?
See, this has always been Arsenal play. This is always been the problem with Arsenal players.
like
Bro.
I
I
hear
can't
you,
remember the last.
but now
Can't
how
remember
much
the
are we
last time
gonna get?
Arsenal sold a player for peas. Who
You
was
know
the
what I'm
last
saying?
player that we sold for like a lot of money,
It
like
won't
50,
be.
60 mil?
Oh,
Iwobi was
well,
35 mil.
Yeah.
Like we haven't sold a player 50, 60 mil
no,
in time.
Chamberlain. That's it. Like Chamberlain, I think. Oxlade. I think. He was like 39,
How much was
40.
Oxlade?
39, 40.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not 50, 60. Yeah, that was that number there. Nah. We bought players for 50, 60 mil.
Because I'm
We've
just
done.
looking at it, like bro, Chelsea are selling Havertz and Mount for 60, 65 million.
Yeah, but
Bro,
no,
like
but
Arsenal should be able to like.
we were us and United were the stupid. Listen, us and United were the crazy clubs to buy those
I
players.
get
I
it.
think.
I get
Listen,
it, bro.
we could have.
But right now, we should.
Listen, we could have negotiated for Havertz at least 40 million, 30, 38, bruv. It was 65. Come on, man.
Yeah, no.
There's at least 20
I feel
million
like
that
I
they
feel
should
like
give
we
us
could
back.
sell Ketia to United for a good 50, 60 mil, bro. They need it.
Nah, but they won't because the man got Hojland. If I'm not, yeah,
but they got a striker who can't score Premier League goals right now, so
yeah.
they need him.
A man got other problems that we will discuss, but you know what I'm saying? They were no trouble, but it's like, all right, we will continue this conversation, but unfortunately, we'll keep it going for a while, but we're gonna have to keep it short because we got something else cooking that's gonna be interesting, and they will still be Arsenal topics in that later video. So you see what I'm saying? So it's just more. Everything makes sense with us here. We don't just do stuff and not think about it. But quickly on the manager, yeah. Talk to me. Let's give him a star rating out of 5, and yeah, just hey your
Rating out
piece.
of 5.
Yeah, so obviously so far, like you said, it's 11 games, but it's 4 years. Do you know? Like I hear what you lot are saying, but we can't just say, oh, him is different. Him compared to a player is different. You can say Havertz, you can say Rice, you could say even individual players who've been there, like Odegaard, whatever. That's on a game-to-game basis. But this man he's been the constant out of everything else. So, you know, like, well, what have you seen that, you know, has he improved from last season? I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, these are questions that, you know, I just want you to take into consideration. And
game management has definitely improved. Because I'm not lying, there's some stat that Arsenal have the most goal contributions from substitutions this season.
Sorry. Something funny. Have you seen? He's given Kibio the Rob Holding role. Have you seen it?
Like, for real, that 3-5-2 Rob Holding role, like, bro, we're 1-0 up. Make sure they don't get a chance, bro. I love that.
Bro.
5 minutes in, Kibio comes on and we're done with the game, bro. That's it. Lock that shit up. But his game, like, honestly, like, even that, his game management, even last season was always brilliant. Like, if we're winning, like, I don't think there's ever any game where we were winning. I'm like, oh shit, I think we might lose this game.
Especially when Holding comes on. You know what I'm
saying? When Holding comes on, does that 3-5, bro, we're done with the game, fam. Might as well walk off now.
Lock it down. I like that.
That's true.
I can't really fault. The only two things I can fault him for this season is the Havertz deal, because honestly, to me, that's still not even the deal itself, but just the insistence that he had on playing Havertz every single game, especially at towards the start of the season. Like, now he's switched that up. Like, Hazard's been holding bench. Like, Vieira's come in, Smith Rowe's come in. Like, unfortunately, he got injured. But Declan Rice now in that 8, Jorginho in the 6. So, like, I feel like he's kind of learned from that. And towards the end of the game, you can take Jorginho out, or if we need more attacking, you can take Jorginho out, put Rice in the 6, bring Havertz on. But just that insistence on Havertz starting really annoyed me at the start of the season. And the other thing that annoyed me was the goalkeeping situation. Like, I don't mind a goalkeeper coming in to replace your number one, but don't come here telling me, oh yeah, I'm gonna play both of them. They're both gonna be my number ones. I can even like make a sub halfway through the game, all of that. Just be like, nah, they're here to compete for places. If that's the case, if that's the case that they're here to compete, let them compete for places, and let that be upfront. Let everyone know. Because honestly, I don't know what he's told Ramsdale, but if I was a goalkeeper, if I was a player of the team, and someone else comes in and you're like, nah, don't worry. As long as you're working hard, both of you will play. And I sit down, I've played one game in the League Cup all season, or like since Raya's come in. I'm pissed. I'm leaving, bro. So that's one thing. Because when Ramsdale came in, like, Leno was a good goalkeeper. The only problem with Leno is he couldn't play out with his feet, but he was an unreal shot stopper. When Ramsdale came in, there was no like confusion about it. Ramsdale was here to challenge Leno, because Ramsdale was a lot better with his feet. He's here to challenge Leno. Everyone knew it. So as soon as Ramsdale got the opportunity and he looked better than Leno, he now got that push. He's on number one. Same as last season. When Matt Turner came in, there was no confusion there. He was always going to be a number 2.
That brother.
Yeah. But like, I feel like that confusion in saying,
I could tell that was an American stunt, man. Oh my god.
Yeah. No, that was that's the thing as well. It was definitely like a stunt to get more American viewers, but he wasn't even like a bad keeper even. He's just like
he looked shaky.
Level.
He looked shaky.
Yeah.
No,
he's definitely not top 6 Prem level. Like, maybe he's at Forest, isn't it?
Yeah, he's at Forest.
Maybe at Forest he'll find his feet, but it's definitely not top 6 Prem level. But that's the thing. Like, you've always known that, okay, this is what's happening. This is our number one goalkeeper. This one's gonna come in, challenge him. Like, we all knew Leno was gonna leave. Like, when he did, we all knew, even before Leno, when Leno came in and it was it Ospina? We all knew what was happening. Was it Ospina or Czech? Whichever one. But like, we all knew that this goalkeeper's coming over to take over. Like,
Ospina left because Leno was coming, but we knew Leno was going to take over
from Czech.
Yeah.
So like, you know what's happening. Like, you know that this is going to be a main keeper, this is going to be a backup keeper, and as long as that's clear, that's all right. Like, I don't even mind, because there are people saying that Raya and Ramsdale are too close together, like the competition is gonna be tough. I don't mind that. I like competition in all like positions.
I can't
I
lie,
don't think
bro.
a
Mhm.
goalkeeper should be comfortable. Like I don't buy into all of that.
Alright.
All right,
So
tell us, Becky,
Noodle.
what go on?
So now let me ask you this:
Mm, mm.
Raya or Ramsdale?
Oh my God, this guy, I hate this question.
Listen, man, that's women that
I
are in.
swear,
And the
I
thing is,
hate
the
this
reason why I
question.
want to ask this question because I'm gonna then send the. I'll show you what I'm doing.
Okay, okay,
yeah. Because I want to ask this question. Oh.
bruh. Okay, at the start, I was Ramsdale, bro. I was like, nah, not my guy. Nah,
Mhm.
shot stopper extraordinaire. Like his personality on the pitch, everything. Love it. Right. But then I told you when I watch foot, I'm very into perspective, into seeing okay how we want to play and stuff. And because we're trying to play at the back and instead of like booting the ball, we're trying to have much control of the game. Raya does give us control of the game, right? He does. His pass accuracy is so much better. Like in the last game, he was giving Martinelli these long balls, these crazy from the box, bro. And it'll be Martinelli one, and that maybe he can, but we haven't really seen it. The football
But
IQ is different there. You know what I mean?
that's the thing though. We used to see
It's
that from Ramsdale. I'm thinking first season
that's what I feel
Ramsdale,
like.
like we used to
Yeah,
see that
I feel
thing out to Martinelli. We all the time.
Yeah.
It's just
yeah,
I don't know whether
yeah,
Arteta like
yeah,
took that out of his game or what. But we used to like Ramsdale was
yeah,
really good with his feet. I don't know
yeah,
what's
and
happened like
yeah,
over the seasons, but
and you know what the thing is as well. I believe Ramsdale is definitely a better shot stopper. Raya is a good shot stopper, but he's not as athletic and the reflex. I don't know. He's just not athletic. But I'm starting to see Raya's game. Right. I mean, the last game he made two amazing saves. Which kind of totally debunked that he's not a good shot stopper. You know what I mean? I mean, saves that saved us in the game for sure. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like this has caused something in I don't know, the energy around this goalkeeping situation is different, and we have to put into consideration we can't really see we haven't really seen Araya's also shot stopping abilities in a way because we haven't even conceded that many goals in terms of because of our defense. Our defense has been what has really been rock solid. That if you look at teams, bro, the expected goals of teams have been playing against have not even been one. It'd been like 0.5, point
yeah, that's
four,
what I'm saying.
point six.
We
That.
considered the least amount of XG over the 12 games of
Yeah.
the season.
Yeah, and we cannot say that's down to the goalkeeper. We have to
Yeah.
say that's down to the defense, just breaking it down. And if you look at Raya's game, most of his game is just playing out from the back. We're not really up getting pressure, so it's very hard in that situation to pick between Raya and Ramsdale. But I'm gonna stick OG Ramsdale, bro, because when those time comes, bro, when we need those saves, when we just need that personality, someone to rile up the fans, and I just love that about football. I love that about goalkeepers having personality, and you can see, bro, he's running up the away fans from behind him. Maybe that's how he gets charged up, but. I think I'm gonna have to go for Ramsdale in this one. I have to stay true to what I loved, especially last season from him. Like he was my unsung hero. But now it's just like, oh man,
That's fair.
Arteta has put us fans in a very tight spot. Now I'm just gotta
Yeah,
say that. And yeah,
this
it's
is
tough.
what my problem was. Like the fact that he was like, oh no, Ramsdale will definitely play. Ramsdale played one game since then. Since Raya's come in, like as much as and the game and we lost that game, the West Ham game, we lost it. But that's
Yeah.
annoying.
Yeah,
Because
yeah. Actually, he
we all
played
we
two. The other one he played was because Raya was having a kid, so
yeah,
he was out.
yeah, the was it the Champions League game, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
But like my thing with Riot is like he was brought in because he was meant to be better with his feet than Ramsdale. But I don't think I've seen that. Like
nice. Damn.
yeah,
Ramsdale, I'm thinking like the Ramsdale mistake he made at like Southampton last season, towards the end of the season, right? Ramsdale's done that. He did that with Lance, basically. It's pretty much bar for bar the same mistake. Where you're meant to play it out with your feet, get the pass all wrong, concede.
mm,
So for me, I don't think one's so much better than the other. Like I don't think
yeah,
Ramsdale's
yeah,
shot stopping is so much better than Raya's, or
Yeah,
Raya's
yeah,
feet playing out from the back is so much better than Ramsdale. So you can say that this goalkeeper is definitely better than this one. I think Raya does
yeah.
bring that calmness. He comes out to claim crosses a lot more, but that also leaves him in the position that he was in the Newcastle game, where because he's so aggressive with his cross claiming, he's now out of position when that cross came in, and they basically
Yeah,
have a free goal to shoot at. So
yeah.
I
One
think
mistake and it's
there's definitely positives to his game, but there's also negatives, and it's the same with Ramsdale. There's positives and negatives
yeah,
to his game. I don't think one's so much better than the other. Like with Ramsdale and Leno, it was clear. Leno's a great shot stopper, but Ramsdale was so much better with his feet that there was like a clear distinction that this person's better. Same thing with Leno and Czech, but with Raya and Ramsdale, I don't think there's that distinction.
yeah. It's really hard to see a clear distinction between, and that's why for me it's a bit hard to choose. But I'm just gonna go OG Ramsdale, bro. But I'm slowly liking what Raya is bringing to the table, regardless. You know what I mean? Because the stats speak for itself. I mean, even though it doesn't really fully,
Explain
coincide
everything.
with him
Yeah.
being shot stopping everything. It's just that different like strikers can't get into our defense. They're not
Yeah.
we're not allowing them to create chances. But even those chances that come across as Baraya is just there, bro. And that brings a sense of comfort. You can put if you put yourself at Arteta's shoes, he's probably thinking, damn, I'm a bit more relaxed when I see those crosses coming in or these things coming in. So I don't know. It's so weird, bro. It's just I don't know, bro.
I think
I don't know.
but listen, I would say for me on that, I think it's very clear. I think I is number one, and the reason why I just think that is more so like everything you lot have said for me is literally like if you said that to Arteta, I don't think he would ever disagree. I just want to add, I think he looks at Raya more in the sense of, okay, you're older, you play about the same, you're a bit more composed, what I need, a bit more focused, what I need. I Spanish, yeah, listen,
Yeah,
listen,
nepotism, baby. We cannot,
Bring your people up as you go, bro. I get it. I saw a Spanish goalkeeper for chilling with Brentford and that man, like, nah, you deserve top 6 football, bro.
Do you get what I'm
know what I
saying?
mean?
So it's like his old goalkeeper coach, our new goalkeeper. Listen, it's just, I get it. It's politics, it's football. We understand how it works. But in the same sense, for me, I have one issue with Raya, and it's the coming out for crosses. I think get that sorted. I'm not complete. Like, I'm sorry, boys. If Raya, listen, hypotheticals, whatever. If we finish second again, changing goalkeepers won't make us better or worse. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not gonna be the be all end all, because it wasn't the reason last season. Like last season, the goals we conceded, I can see Ryan making the same exact mistakes, bro. It is.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing nothing different. So when he brought Raya in my head, I thought he said, because you know when you said before, what did he say to Ramsdale? Personally, I think he might have said stuff on the lines of, you are still number one, but I have to, for the better of the team, I need to go with him. Older, he's more experienced than you, which he is. You know, he seems a bit more composed. You can learn off this guy. And listen, you never know. We could get Raya for 1-2 years. A bigger team comes in for him and they shot him, and then we still got Ramsdale. Or listen, we could lose Ramsdale. So we don't really know what's gonna happen.
My thing is, right, because the Raya deal is a loan.
But we would be happy with any one of them. And
I'll be happy.
That's the
I'll be happy
factor.
with either one of them.
And that's the factor. I think Arsenal. I think like we are not. Listen, everyone says, "Oh, we don't know why we did it." That's why we as fans can admit right now. Maybe a couple more games we can make a proper decision, but we can admit Raya or Ramsdale. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Like,
Honestly, it don't matter.
doesn't matter.
You know what I mean?
We can have any one of them. So we're lucky in that sense. So listen, that's what I'm saying. It's a problem.
That's what I was saying.
But
so like when people were saying that you can't have two number ones, blah blah blah, I'm like, nah, I don't see that. You can have two world-class right backs. You can have two world-class center backs. You can have two world-class players in every position. Like, I don't think a goalkeeper needs to be comfortable in the fact that, bro, De Gea was comfortable last season. Look how that worked out. I think if De Gea had someone, like if Ten Hag had someone he could
not even Nana, bro.
Like, bro, come on.
Even
like
someone, even Henderson. Is it Henderson?
Yeah, Dean Henderson. If Dean Henderson was a United player, he's playing ahead of De Gea, 100%. Like, I think you need a goalkeeper that's good enough to push your number one. When your number one has this, like, maybe not one bad game is on the bench, but if he has like 2-3 bad games in a row, please see yourself out of the team.
Yeah.
Like,
but the goalkeeper position is the hardest to rotate, bro. It's actually
it is. I get it. Like, I'm not saying sub him off at halftime, bro. I'm not saying sub him off at halftime, but like 3-4 games.
Man? Listen, it's 45 minutes each. Everyone be happy. You know what I'm saying?
Everyone's happy, you know.
It's mad.
If we're not conceding chances like that as well, you know, who's to complain?
Yeah, who's complaining? As long as
for me,
Saliba's there, then we're good.
Yeah, exactly.
What I'm seeing that Arteta is seeing is like, look, guys, now our defense is world class. We can say, I basically now I want to control games and take game. We're controlling games, right? I need a keeper who's going to help with that stuff, like with that build-up play. I think that's what he saw. And he saw David Raya as the perfect guy who can take the ball at his feet and pass the ball progressively to the midfield, you know what I mean? Obviously with the stats of better pass percentage accuracy than Ramsdale, bro. Because at the end of the day, he probably looked at the numbers and was like, shit. You know what I mean? He's probably looking at the numbers right now and it's like, shit. Like, I have no reason to not play Raya. I have no reason. Because
it makes sense.
even if amazing shot.
Like I said, I don't mind Raya coming in, being number one, taking over from Ramsdale. I'm just like, bro, don't lie to us, bro. We all watch football. We all know what's going on.
Nah, like, but Arteta from day dot has lied to us, so I clocked onto his nonsense, bro. I think he's just this guy, bro.
I think he's just as confused and just as like, fuck, what am I gonna do now? He's like stuck in a situation with shit. I kind of messed this one up. It's like, damn, Ramsdale, bro, I'm sorry. But like, damn, Raya too, I just got you, man. I promised you. Oh, it's just like, it's tough. But I think we're gonna see this play out more in the next couple of months, and we'll really be able to see where things stands with Ramsdale. And obviously, clubs are now, they've smelled the blood and they want Ramsdale. Who wouldn't want Ramsdale? That's England's number 2, basically. You know, and like Chelsea, they're looking for another guy, but I don't think Chelsea are gonna drop David Sanchez for Ramsdale. I just believe they're not gonna do that. But I know that teams will definitely come hunting for Ramsdale, and Ramsdale will probably consider that because also he has his family behind him. You know what I mean? Most these footballers, they don't just make decisions.
He loves London family, now, he loves London now.
When my friend, it's too hard. That's why Jorginho happened. All of them were just like, nigga, I'd rather because they live. My family is settled. They have their school. My wife loves it here. Her friends are here. My friend, you have to look at the happy wife, happy life, my friend. Trust me.
I'm not leaving.
I'm not leaving.
Nah, this. Listen, like I said, we could be talking about Arsenal for 20 hours, but listen, we will be back. This time, I would say we'll be back.
One thing before we go, what did you guys think about the Santi Cazorla story? They want to retire Arsenal. He wants like 1 day.
I hope so. Listen, that's my guy, man. Listen,
I'll cry, bro. All my life, I'd cry, bro.
I would try and get a ticket for that game. I'll actually try and get a ticket for that game.
Because remember when Henry came back, right? And his first game against Leeds came on and
bro, I rushed home. Bro. I rushed home for that game. Like I remember, like I made a mental note to get myself home for that game.
Yeah.
I made sure.
I'm just imagining like that scene with like we could be winning 3-4-5-0. Santi Cazorla comes on, scores a free kick. I'm celebrating that like we were losing, and that goal was equal to 5 goals.
Bruh.
Oh my life.
That would be
But
such a
he-
beautiful moment, but
He's one
it's
of
not
the
gonna
the
players.
4-0, the 4-0 comeback.
Bro,
The
he's
4-0.
one of those
Bro,
players that
And
we
he
just
scored the
like you
fifth
just
goal, bro.
know. You just know that he had
I'm
so much
telling you.
more in him. He had so much more football in him if it wasn't for the injuries,
But I
like the
said
butt
it.
surgery,
Yeah.
everything. Like
Him and
it's
Aaron
just,
Ramsdale. No,
but
no.
that's
Him and Aaron
Ramsey.
Ramsey, my two favorite Arsenal. Obviously there's more, but in more recent,
Yeah, in
them two,
that
man.
new Emirates era, yeah, I know what
Yeah.
you mean.
Them two, man.
Same.
Definitely.
I love Santi Cazorla. He's both footed, and I'm both footed too, and I love that as a midfield. Being technically gifted like that, bro. Cazorla, he honestly, he was one of our
Listen.
best players in that generation, bro. He's literally the
Oh,
number
yeah.
one player,
He's
number one
one
for
of
me.
those players that you're like, because I see these tweets just like, which player, like if you were to win the league today, which former player do you wish was still
Would
in
you
the
want
team? It's him. It's
this
him,
Santi?
bro.
Yeah,
Like, he deserves to be there for like any sort of Arsenal success. Because I'm thinking back like that game against the FA Cup goal against Hull City when we were losing 2-0 at
that's
that
rough.
point. The free kick goes in.
Mayhem,
Game changes at that, like right before
May,
halftime. Game changes at that point. Like
mayhem.
that goal doesn't go in, we don't win that FA Cup. I
That
swear.
literally that game won us that it won us the cup, bro. No cap.
Yeah.
That goal, and just the way he scored it as well. It's like, how did you even score that? You know what I mean? He's just so technically gifted. He's an Arsenal guy
Yeah,
through and
bro. Free
through.
kick, left
I
foot,
would
right
love
foot,
to have him back.
penalty. Like, the,
Yeah,
the
man.
fact that like
Have
right
him
now
back
he's
for
playing at
last.
his boyhood club. He's playing his boyhood club in Spain, and the fact that he wants to come retire at Arsenal, unreal.
It
Like,
just
there's not
shows.
many players. There's not many players that would
With
do
a
that.
good friend of him as the manager, him and Arteta was super close.
Arteta, yeah, they
He-
were close as well. So I genuinely I feel like it could happen because
I
like
hope
just
so.
like any random game, FA Cup game, whatever. But like this is the reason I wish it was still in the League Cup. Just any
Yeah,
game, bro.
I heard that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna happen personally. I think it's just Arteta is a very professional. He's
You
very
never know,
professional,
man. You
and he's
never
gonna.
know. You never know.
Yeah, it's not gonna. I'll be very shocked if
Well,
I'll
no,
be very
but
happy, but I'll be
I
very
look at
shocked.
it. I look at it like if we're having a game like we did against Sheffield United, right? Because I look at that
Mm,
Sheffield United game where it's like he's throwing on El Neni, he's throwing on like all the players that don't get minutes. He's just throwing them on
mhm.
there, just like go have fun. We're winning 3-4-0, just go play. Like this is your game, go play. If we have a game like that, honestly, yeah, if he came back and he's on the bench, he doesn't play, he's just on the bench, end of the game, like a home game, comes on,
What's
gets
that
dropped by the
role? Players coaching players. You know what I'm saying?
player
Yeah,
Like
manager.
yeah.
player man.
Player
Yeah,
coach.
Player
he could
manager.
come in and do that thing.
Something like that. Just be
You know
just
what I
like
mean?
because imagine a lineup like because genuinely I was thinking about
We
this the
could
other
do
day. I'm
what
like,
Man
I
United done
don't
with Johnny Evans. No, is it Johnny
yeah.
Evans? Yeah, fam. Listen,
Yeah,
listen.
I don't
If
even want
United
this
are
to be
bringing back
like
Johnny Evans, we can bring back Santi
we
Cazorla.
can bring
Come on,
back as
man. Like,
well.
listen,
But boys,
come on, man.
imagine this, yeah. Imagine this happens, yeah. It's not announced by any media. Arsenal don't make any sort of like big deal about it. It just happens, right? And the only way we can confirm it, Santi Cazorla is just on the team sheet that day.
Oh my
Like,
God.
bro,
It-
he's just on the subs bench. That like honestly,
Personally,
this needs to happen, bro.
if I did see that at first, I would think the Arsenal, the guy that running the Twitter account, they gave him some bugs team sheet, bro.
He's taking the
I would
piss.
have said they set him. They're setting us up for failure, bro. But nah, listen. We'll continue talking about Arsenal, but unfortunately, we have an intruder in it, so we're gonna have to cut it here. You know what I'm saying?
Up. A blood clot
He'll
up.
run back to his manager Pochettino, bro, and just spill out all the beans and all the club secrets. look. You see,
What's
cold,
going
fam.
on, guys?
It's-
I'm shocked to be here too. I don't know what's going on. I just walked into a whole Arsenal meeting. They talking about Santi Cazorla. I was like, wait a minute, I thought he retired. Y'all trying to bring Santi back? Niggas trying to bring Santa Claus. I mean, the Spanish Santa Claus. That's hilarious.
That's the Spanish Santa. Nah, listen.
magician, bro.
Nah, we're here, man. Listen, we outside. But listen, remember, like, share, and subscribe, and get me. Watch out for our other videos coming soon. We have a little
Yes,
fun,
sir.
and then get me. We're back. Football's back. Shows every
Football's
Sunday,
back this
Monday,
weekend.
depending on your time zones, because we cater to all time zones. Get me. We just don't think of around one section of the world. We're global.
Nah, I
Get
mean,
me? We're global.
Worldwide.
nah, I mean,
Worldwide.
all inclusive.
See, look. We just have
They're
look.
pulling
The
up.
ops are just joining. Let's cut this. Look,
This is so funny. I really don't know what's going on. Who
the
joined? Who
ops
joined
are
us?
joining.
Name
The ops are
yourself.
joining.